Lads, what a great, fantastic end to our Stadio Olimpico home season 2024. What a great game. What a great performance. I was not expecting this at all. And I think that's what got me out of surprise today. I was not expecting this. I was very surprised by the fluidity of the way we played today. And let's react to it because, I mean, what a game. 5 goals, 0 goals conceded. We're climbing a few positions. Or are we officially back? Inconsistency FC, this team. The name of this team is not AS Roma. It's Inconsistency FC. Because after you watch that Como game, the last thing you would have thought about was us beating Parma 5-0. It really is. And this again proves to you how inconsistent we are, how every game has its own fairy tale to it with this club. And it's amazing because of this. It's fascinating and entertaining and adrenalinic exactly for this reason. You never know what happens. One day you're crying your ass out and the other day you're screaming, happy, joy, scoring 5 goals in an incredible atmosphere once again. I've got many things to say. I don't want to keep it too long. It's late. I'm shattered. I woke up early this morning, went to this brunch, had to grab my last few Secret Santa presents, and then I went to the stadium, and then I had to continue going, then I'm back here. So I'm knackered. I'm not going to keep it too long. I'm going to synthesize what I need to say. But first of all, my friends, let me know what you think in the live chat. Let me know your thoughts, your man of the match. Your man of the match is your favourite goal. I think the favourite goal is Salamaker's one. I think we will all agree on that. But let me know what you guys think on the game, on the performance, on the decisions, no substitutions, on the lineup, on the formation. I've got a few things to touch on. Don't forget to hit the like button. As always, it's coming. We're coming into Christmas. If there's one Christmas present that I can receive from you, it's a like button on this video and a like button on every single video that you watch. If everybody can hit the like button, it would be amazing. It would support the channel, the video, and this Christmas period a lot. So yeah, do hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Right, I mean, where do we start? I think we start with the formation because the formation, I think this is the best formation. I think the formation that was chosen by Claudio today is the strongest one. It's the strongest one for 3 reasons. Number 1, because the midfield is extremely solid with Paredes and Manu Kone. Now, I'm not sure if it's just because they're living a very good moment and a very good fitness, moment of the season. But the two, when they're fit and when they're on form, could easily be in the debatable side of the best midfield duo in the league. I'm not going to put them up there yet, but they have got the potential because they balance out the different jobs that they need to do. Paredes sets the play, Kone is faster, puts more intensity, transitions the play, and recuperates the ball. And I think the two playing alongside each other are a match made in heaven. And the other reason why this is the strongest formation is because for once, oh my God, I cannot believe we're saying this. After years of seeing fullbacks which couldn't cross the ball, not even if you paid them to cross the ball correctly, you've got Alexis Salamakers, who's an incredible football player, one of my favorite football players. This summer, I was called crazy for wanting to accept the Salamakers and Tammy Abraham swap deal, and this is exactly why I wanted to do it. We scammed Milan big time. And, Salamakers, we will never be able to keep him permanently because Milan will realize how scammed they were. Like, we should be fined for how easily we scammed them. Giving them Tammy for them to give us Salamakers and that's it, no money involved, is a scam. Like, that's probably the only good thing that Ghisolfi did this summer in the transfer window. He's such a good football player. He's such an underrated football player. The word to describe him is underrated. Because the touch that he has is incredible. He can do everything with that ball beneath his feet. He scores goals. He scores goals for fun. I don't remember Salamakers scoring as many goals. I mean, he started about 3 games, and correct me if I'm wrong, he scored in every single game. Or if not, he scored in 2 out of the 3 games. So he's somebody who, again, changes game, and you're adding players to your roster and to the starting lineup, which can, at the end of the day, change the game. Could have Çelik done that goal today? No, absolutely not. Could have Çelik even played half as well as Salamakers did today? No. So moving forward, what I want to see is this. Angelino on the left and Salamakers on the right. Because Salamakers gets Çelik's head and literally goes like this with it. Because he's such a... Between Çelik and Salamakers, there are about 8 categories of football class that I'm not even going to describe today because it would take me ages. So, Salamakers, in my opinion, one of my man of the matches, my 3rd man of the match. My 2 man of the matches today have to go, as you can read from today's title, to the Argentinian duo, Leandro Paredes and Paulo Dybala. Not only because Dybala scored the goal today, because the 2 goals that he scored, I could have scored them too. One's a penalty, one's a tap in inside the goal. It's the performance. These are the performances that we need from Paulo Dybala. We've been lacking these performances since a very long while. These are the performances where Paulo Dybala, alongside the players around him, can bring this team far up. Because when you've got Dybala next to El Shaarawy, next to Salamakers, next to Paredes, next to people who know how to play this game and can play this game, Dybala is a completely different player. If you put Dybala in the middle of a pitch with Çelik to his right, Lefit behind him, and you know, players who just don't understand and have the same vision as him, you know, this is you can't expect Dybala to pick up this team by itself with terrible players around him and score you goals. Dybala needs this. Dybala needs class around him. Dybala needs players who understand him around him, and then Dybala will play well. Because it's not the goals today. Today, in my opinion, it's the equilibrium that Dybala brought to the game. Tracking back, passing the ball, making the ball move around, scoring the goals. You know, these are the performances where Dybala makes you and gives you and remembers you the most about Francesco Totti, which is why we keep on saying that since Totti retired, Dybala is the best player that we've seen, because in these games, you see his class. In these games, when he's surrounded by players who aren't the same technical ability as him, because Dybala is a span up, of course, to everybody. In fact, to everybody in the league, because I still think that technique-wise, Dybala is the best player in the league. Form-wise, he's not. Goals scored, he's not. There are better players than him. I look at Lukman, I look at Çalhanoğlu, I look at Thuram, but technique, Dybala, all of the rest of the players in this league, he looks them from above, and he lights the sky from above. So this is what I would say with Dybala. The other player, Leandro Paredes. Now, I'm not sure if you're Italian, you will know what I'm saying. There's this pundit in Italy called Lele Adani. And this pundit in Italy, Adani, is massively in love with football. You know, with football with a U, with Argentinian football, with simple football, you know, moving the ball around, Argentinian gara. And, you know, he came up with a phrase that went viral this summer on TikTok, on Instagram, wherever it was. E facciamo calcio. E facciamo calcio. E facciamo calcio. Paredes does football. Paredes does football. Like, I watch Paredes play and I see Argentina in him. I see Paredes play, I see Argentina winning that World Cup in him. Because of the aggressiveness that he puts. Because of the touches. You know, Paredes makes it look so easy. But Paredes has a job in this team and in this system, which is the most crucial one. And it's not a surprise that whenever Paredes isn't on the pitch, the other 10 players around him play half as good, including Dybala, and we lose games. Paredes is the machine, is the pivot which makes this system work. Him and Hummels in defense. Because Hummels bosses that defense, Hummels commands like that defense like a Kaiser. And it's not a surprise that his surname is Der Kaiser, because he commands that defense. He makes himself loud and he controls Evan and Mancho. And whenever Evan and Mancho have got Mats in the middle of them, they also play better. So I think what we need to take from this game is that when everyone's fit, when everyone plays like this, which won't happen, we will, because we've seen it. We won today, we'll lose the next one. This is Roma, up and down. But the biggest thing that I take from today is, if this is a formation, starting formation, Salamaker's on the right, Paredes, Kone, Dybala, El Shaarawy, again another sacrificed game from El Shaarawy, Hummels in defence, Zvilar in goal, Dovbyk up front. If this is the starting formation, I think this formation can achieve, can grind. Other formations, no. This is the formation, and this is a formation that not only needs to start, but because the majority of the players in this formation know each other, overall you play better. So that's what I would say. I also do think that Parma made it easy for us today. I said this in the match preview. Parma are a vertical team. Parma are a team that wants to come to the Olimpico to play counter-attacking football, exploit our mistakes, steal our balls, and try to score a goal counter-attacking. But they are a team that defends very badly. And look, I expected better from Parma. I expected a bit more humbleness from Parma, because you're a newly promoted side. You concede a goal after 8 minutes, and you leave those gaps. Like, I know that you need to try and equalise the game, but I think the fact that we conceded an early goal and the fact that Parma's defensive system was terrible made us score 5 goals. In any other game, I don't think we would have scored 5 goals today, because I think with a more organised defence, Parma's defence today was shambolic. I mean, they left gaps over gaps. This game was a fast game. Ranieri said in the pre-match, it's going to be a game with many goals. I expected at least one goal on their side as well, but it's going to be a game with many goals because both Roma and Parma leave gaps in defence. So I think we used them very well today. My take from this game is that you started the game much better than them, and this energetic start into the game ultimately made you destroy them 5-0. Because if you hadn't scored an early goal and backed that early goal with another early goal after 15 minutes, if you were in 2-0 up after 15 minutes, this game would not have ended 5-0. Because if you score a goal and then sit back, you allow Parma to get into the game, and you allow them to create their chances, and eventually you'll concede a goal. So what I liked about this game, which didn't happen in the past 6 months, is not giving up after you score a goal. And one thing that I want to point out is that since Ranieri is your manager, we scored 2 goals in London, 4 goals against Lecce, 5 goals against Parma, 4 goals against Sampdoria. Again, apart from Spurs, the other 3 were games against bad sides, very disorganized sides, but they are still games that you have to win. And they are still games that last season you wouldn't have scored with many goals, won with many goals. So I do think that we're looking a bit more unlocked up front right now, considering the start of the season and the problems that we had when it comes to scoring goals. I feel like we now are scoring more. In fact, it's not me thinking this. It's you know, yeah, we are. The stats show it. I just want to see, again, as always, with Hummels, I'm more positive about this. But when Hummels isn't playing, the defense is not a good defense. Which is why I say Hummels is vital to this team, because he communicates. Whenever we play with a back 3 of Hermoso and Deacon Mancini, we concede more. We allow more spaces, and ultimately we allow our opponents to score more goals and create their chances and get their momentum going. So, yeah, that's what I would say. I think Parma played a bad game, and I think Parma allowed us, with the way they defended and with the way they approached this game, to actually destroy them, absolutely humiliate them. With that being said, I think what's next for us Is it new to say that we need to keep this? Yes, I know. It's like I'm watching paint dry on a wall. I agree. We always say this. We win a game, we're all hyped, very good performance today. And then at the end of the day, what we do is that we fall back down because Roma's a roller coaster. Have you ever been to Disneyland? Roma's that. You don't need to go on a roller coaster to experience it. Just support Roma. What's next for us is another crucial game. Now, we will have time to speak about the game. Let's enjoy Christmas and everything. But the Milan game is a massive game because you can win against Milan. And Milan right now are very beatable. If you play like you've played today, you will beat Milan, and that's a fact. And if you beat Milan, you would go 4 points off them. Again, I don't think it's fair for how bad we've been this season to now all of a sudden go, let's look at European spots. I still think we won't get in Europe. We won't get in Europe. No, it's not me thinking this. It's a fact. We will not get in Europe. The only way we can see European football is if we get 8th in the league, and with the 5 Italian teams we get Conference League. If we win the Europa League and go in the Champions League, or if you win the Coppa Italia and go in the Europa League. You won't achieve Europe via the league, but you can reorganize the league table, put yourself in a position which slowly gets back to the positions that you belong. But the next few games are very complicated and very fundamental, because the next 3 games are Milan away, Derby, and Bologna away. Very complicated games. Very complicated games. Extremely complicated games. But I don't want to look at them. The time will come. Let's enjoy this performance, but we have to move on. And of course, let's enjoy Christmas. That's what I will say up to now, and that's my little comment on today's game. I was at the stadium, says Lupo. Hope you enjoyed it, mate. Congratulations on 100k views on the Europa League. Thank you, mate. Dybala's so humble. He could have had a hat-trick, but decided to give Leandro the penalty instead. Yeah, and also he assisted Dovbyk. He could have scored, he could have scored that goal easily. I think it's these little gestures which also describe a world-class player. Yeah, it's been a really good performance today. Very happy. Also, the interesting thing is that we had 0 substitutions. I would have put in a few players in, especially when you're 5-0 up. You tend to want to get a few minutes to players like Baldanzi and Soule, who I think deserve it the most. But it's also understandable not to go with substitutions. You get carried out by the moment and by how good we were playing. But yeah, I've got nothing to say there. I think it's a test to show that this is the strong formation. We played well from minute 1 to minute 90. We progressed on a linear rising phase to the game. We never had drops. This performance is the ideal performance, of course, to copy and paste in every game. I'm asking too much, yes. If my uncle had 3 balls, he'd be a flipper. I know. It's too hard to ask this with this club. All we can do is, as always, work hard, concentrate. We've achieved nothing and keep the momentum going. But again, the next 3 games are very complicated. Very complicated. Merry Christmas to Stroop. Kone is the machine of this team. Kone and Paredes work perfectly. I agree. Christmas came early for Roma. Best starting lineup for sure. Salamakers is my man of the match. Do we have a close to keep Salamakers? Unfortunately, no. Unfortunately, no. And I think now that he's playing so well, Milan have realised how bad they've been scammed. And apparently I've read that before accepting the loan move, Milan actually renewed his contract. I would love to keep Salamakers. I think he's an incredible player. Very ductile player, very handy player. But I'm not sure if we will have the power to keep him. I would pay the money for him. He is somebody who deserves to be paid for. Not the signings that we've had in previous months and previous transfer sessions. Salamakers is worthy of spending money. Not the vomit that you've bought in the last transfer windows. I'm not sure why it took so long to use Salamakers as a right wing back. Well, also due to his injury. He was injured quite a bit. He was, yeah. The next 4 fixtures look very difficult, but they have recovered well about that debacle against Como. We need to start strong every game. Simo, is signing Rashford to Roma, is he an option? What if we get him? I wouldn't mind him. I think he's a great player. I think he only needs to leave Man United. But yeah, I think, of course I'd get him. He's a great player. I like him. He's got the talent. I don't know. I would get him, yes. We need a winger, so Rashford would be perfect. But wages are going to be a very big problem. We have to win the Milan game, or otherwise we will not win any away match for so many months now. Yes. I don't understand the hype after each victory. Let's hope the team continues to perform like what we saw today. And agreed we should have made some subs since you're up 5-0. Yeah, I also say this. It's important to be happy as fans, because we've had months where we wanted to literally stab ourselves seeing how bad we've been. But I also agree that it's not good to over exaggerate. We did what we had to do. We beat a newly promoted side. Now, we did more because we beat them 5-0. But we've done what everybody was expecting us to do in August. Beat Parma at home. We've done nothing more than that. So I agree. Let's keep our head down. Let's be happy because we played great. And whenever credit is due, credit must be given. But not more than this. And now we've ended this. Let's enjoy Christmas. And we need to prepare war because the next 3 games are very, very complicated. Milan is the easiest game from those 3. I agree with you. Right, lads. I'm going to end it here. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this 2024. I am taking a little 3-day Christmas break. I wish you all a very happy Christmas if you celebrate it, or even if you don't. I wish you a rest and peaceful few holidays, the days of holiday. If you do celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas to you and your families. Enjoy this precious time with your loved ones. Yeah. Eat, have fun, open presents around the Christmas tree. And one thing that I do want to say is any person who's my age or even older who still has a grandfather, enjoy him because they are golden. Unfortunately, I did lose mine in October and I still suffer a lot about it. So if they are there present with you in this Christmas, enjoy them. Because if there's one thing that 2024 has given to me and has taught to me, is that grandfathers, grandmothers and grandparents are the spirit and the heart of the family, and enjoy them whilst they're there. Merry Christmas to you all. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the like button. I will catch you the 27th. I will catch you the 27th. I'm going to take the 24th, the 25th and the 26th out. I'm trying to last minute organize Milan away, but I'm not going to promise it. And I am trying to organize a few more away games. I will keep you updated. Love you all. Take care. And love you all. Enjoy your Christmas. Bye-bye. 2024, Stadio Olimpico. You've been a blast. And I hope that you have enjoyed every single live stream, every single video. It's been a tough season. It's been a season full of up and downs. It's been a year full of ups and downs. We changed managers. We won together. We lost together. We drew together. We cried together. We shouted together. We raged together. We celebrated together. This community is amazing. I love you all and I'm very proud of the community that we've built. And we live Roma together because this team needs to be lived with the most adrenalinic phases of our lives. So let's enjoy it and I'll catch you soon. Bye bye. Happy Christmas. Simo out.